and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing an overall general reading here. We're going to take a look at your overall energy, current energy, challenge, future, something that you're unaware of, get some advice, take a look at the outcome as well as what's working for you at this time and what's working against you at this time. Now, throughout the reading, I'm going to be reading from the book because this is a new oracle deck that I am working with, as well as the fact that there is a poem for each card, but it's not on the card itself, it's only in the book. Alright, so this particular video is for the sign of Aquarius. Oh, okay. Ooh. Knock that one out of place. Drop my OCD insane. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck we have keep the faith. The poem for this card reads, faith turns into experience, and there is something I have seen that would make even the most sophisticated atheist sing, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, indeed, there is God. The description of this card reads, if it didn't open, it's not your door. But this doesn't mean you should quit knocking. Keep showing up, keep knocking. Faith is the awareness that you're not alone on this journey. Another travels with you, inside you, and that one urges you to stay true to your visions. The doors that are yours will open as easily as a butterfly unfurling its wings. One moment an impossibility of cocoon and chrysalis. The next moment, wonder, awe, color, flight. Yeah, you see, I feel like there are probably things that you've been pursuing or things that you've been trying to do that just have not been working out. You've not really been getting, like, the opportunities that you thought you would, and you're kind of having like a difficulty, I suppose the word would be like dealing with that, coping with that, because you don't realize, just because it's not happening now doesn't mean it's never going to happen. You just have to keep working towards it. You know what I mean? You have to keep putting in the work, because a lot more times than not, things take time. It's not going to happen right away, as well as the fact, a lot more times than not, things are not going to happen the way you think they will, whether it's like in the order that you think things will happen or just in general the way that it happens. We have a tendency to really get stuck in, like, the way we think things are going to go. That's when we really just need to stay open and, make sure that, you keep an open mind when it comes to, well, really anything, honestly, but, specifically when it comes to, like, your goals, your dreams, things take time, and there's a particular, you know, way, place that things are meant to happen. So, it's really best in general just to go with the flow. Now, for your overall energy, we have take action. This to me is like a super Aries card and I love it. Not just because I'm an Aries. Let's see. Alright. The poem for this card reads, "The mind is like a bow, and our thoughts can be golden arrows. Who's not always hunting satisfaction? Who's not beseeching a kiss from the mouth of heaven? Knowing her lips and having a key to her house, let me be your guide." The description to this card reads, "The time for reflection has passed. Show up, stand up, step up, make that next move. Action has genius fire in it, and it can revitalize and kindle your life. Relationships and projects. Don't hold back. Instead, hold yourself in the alignment of what you know is your highest truth and take action toward embodying that truth through your deeds." Yeah, I kind of got that vibe with the last with the card that we had at the bottom of the deck, right? Just because things are not happening the way that you want them to or the way that you think they would doesn't mean they're not going to happen. You still have to keep putting in the work. You still have to take action on the things that you want. And to further clarify that, we have the High Priestess. So I really get the vibe that, like, deep down, you do know this. You do know that this is what you have to do. You just may be, like, kind of disappointed in a sense. You thought that maybe it was going to be easier, which, there's no shame in that. But, you need to realize that, or well, rather, I get the vibe that you realize you need to put in more work with whatever you're doing. Now, for your current energy, you have set your intentions. Excuse me. Gosh, that was gross. The poem reads, "I have never asked my heart what it most desires since that first day it loved." The description of this card reads, "Every dream and every goal starts and ends with a feeling. What do you want to feel when your intentions become reality? Start by indulging that feeling right now. Get into the juicy energy of your why and set your intentions from that foundation. Your path becomes unfettered when you let your intentions guide your action." And this really, for me, connects with the card that came before because of the description of that, right? It said, let's see, I might have to go back to it for a second for the specific line because I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, it says, "The time for reflection has passed," right? In your current energy, you're really, figuring out, you could be figuring out your why, or that's something that you have been working on, and now that, you understand your why, you're able to embody that, you're able to, set your intentions, and now you have that firm foundation that will really, like, empower you to take this action. Now, being further clarified by the Seven of Swords, I definitely get that, you're coming up with a plan, or that's, a plan, a strategy is something that you've been working on, as far as, how to move forward with what it is you have been working on. Now for your challenge, we have take stock of your achievements. The the poem for this card reads, "The stars are our trophies, and the planets too. Now you just need to realize the astounding achievement of just being who you ever are." The description of this card reads, "Now is the time to do a fair and complete inventory of your achievements. Do not pause at your failures, disappointments, or incompletions. Instead, walk around for a day in your successes. You have survived 100% of your traumas and all that life has thrown at you. You are a walking, talking, breathing miracle. You have a radiant heart, a sharp mind, and a willing spirit. Your creativity has been expressed in 1,000 decisions that got you where you are today. It wasn't easy to arrive here at this point in life, but you did it. Be proud. Embody the beauty and grace that got you here. It's yours." Ooh. And now to further clarify this, we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like for you, this like lack of opportunity has really like set you in a bit of like a negative mental space, to where you're like looking back at your failures and disappointments and things that you haven't finished, and you may even be like judging yourself for that. And that's what's really kind of like keeping you where you are. That's what's sort of like standing in your way. That's what's got you standing in your own way, essentially. you know I feel like you need to take a look at the things that you have achieved, the things that have gone well, because that's really gonna help you to move forward, not just energetically, but also like physically, to put in that action here. Because in a sense, that will fill you with a sort of like motivation. Alright, so now in the position of your future, we have transform. The poem for this card reads, "The snow and I are kneeling on roofs all over the world, and a spring will come to each life, and we will melt back into God." The description of this card reads, "Let go. Surrender whatever form you're clinging to. Like a phoenix carries certainty of rebirth in its breast. Go willingly to the fire and surrender whatever is aching to be reborn. Outdated beliefs, old ideas, worn-out dreams, burnt-out relationships. Anything that makes you feel too small, overly tired, or not enough are fire-worthy. New life needs the space of transformation in order to take root. Drop your defenses and melt away all that does not belong." And to further clarify this, we have the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're really being set up for this transformation, right? Whatever you're doing is meant to change you. It's meant to have you, like, rather help you to become this, like, most authentic version of yourself. It's really meant to help you find this courage, this genuine confidence, belief in self, to really take charge and move forward in a place of power, but not like in a toxic sense, but like more of like a place of like self-empowerment. In the placement of something that you're unaware of, we have clear away old energies. Alright, the poem for this card reads, "The green leaves grew swayed in the wind and turned so bright from knowledge, then returned to the holy again. All in the past is a sacred stepping stone, a shrine really to any who can see, and a broom is always near that can even sweep away a planet. The description of this card reads, "It's time to clear away the old energies. Just like giving away clothes that no longer fit or clutter that no longer serves your home, so too we must clear away energies that have run their course. Forgive, especially yourself. The plates that you keep spinning over your head all the time, let them fall to the ground. Consider which ones are truly worthy of your attention and energy right now, and let all else be swept away." Yeah, you see, I definitely get that, here with the Fool, further clarifying that, I feel like you're going to take that chance, right? You're going to take that leap and really, you know, get rid of the things that have been standing in your way, get rid of the things that, have really been holding you back and not serving you anymore. And that can literally speak to anything. It doesn't have to be like a particular person or item or what have you. It can be multiple. It could be as simple as an actual energy clearing ritual, or it can be a physical clearing, getting rid of old things, maybe from people that are no longer in your life. Because a lot of people don't realize that even though those people aren't in our lives, we still have the items that have their energy attached to them. And in the long run, that energy can hinder us. That energy can hold us back. Now, for your advice, we have take the opportunity. The poem for this card reads, "Every moment the earth's amorous body says, 'Make love to me,' and the sky says that too." The description of this card reads, "Gosh, what are we waiting for? Opportunity comes knocking. Your job is to open the door and discover the adventure that awaits beyond it. The sun and sky seek your yes, and the world will change because of the risks you take. You are a creator, and you came here to explore the possibilities. Even if it doesn't turn out exactly as planned, this is a game-changing moment. Seize it." And to further clarify that, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, you're being asked to really, like, be in the moment when either the singular opportunity or these multiple opportunities, come around. You're being asked to really, you know, take your time to really explore these opportunities, right? How it says in the description of the Oracle card, your job is to open the door and discover the adventure that awaits beyond it. The world will change because of the risks you take. You're a creator and you came here to explore the possibilities. I mean, I don't think there is any better way to say it, right? Good things take time. And trying something new also takes time to get used to. Now for your outcome, we have befriend pleasure. The poem for this card reads, "Like the sun makes love with the fields and forests, so can we with all things." The description of the card reads, "We could easily get lost in the pleasures of responsibility, and that lostness often creates a forgetting of simple pleasures. The indulgence of a long bath, the friendliness of candlelight, the sweetness of a bright day under a shade tree, the moorishness of an exquisite, lingering meal. Our bodies are sensual by design in quest for delight. This is a good time to follow the path of what brings you pleasure and dance with the ecstasy you meet along the way. Now to further clarify, we have the Five of Swords. Now, I feel like that speaks to how it said in the beginning of the description, you can easily get lost in the pressures of responsibility, and that lostness often creates a forgetting of simple pleasures. Like, I get that, this is more so speaking to you feeling like defeated overall in life in general. You haven't been doing the little things, right? Like how it says, the indulgence of a long bath, the friendliness of candlelight, the sweetness of a bright day under a shade tree. I feel like you haven't really been able to indulge in things like that. And that's really kind of like, caused a bit of like stagnancy in your energy to where you really can't enjoy things overall in general. And now, as far as the outcome, right, I feel like you're going to be putting a stop to that. You're having all these realizations here. And that's really going to work in your favor. Alright, hold on one moment. I have to change my battery. Alright, sorry about that. My battery died. I had to replace it. Alright, so for what's working for you at this time, we have Hold the Connection. Oops, the book's upside down. The poem for this card reads, "You are a member of such a royal family, there's nothing you can do to be disowned, and the eternal crown that awaits you, thousands have bowed to thousands of times." The description of this card reads, "It takes a great intention and an even greater will to maintain connection with the invisible. Yet your deepest truth and your greatest self is found right there. Now is the time to seek presence with the eternal. Go about your day, make your plans, face your fears and indulge your joy, all the while remembering your roots and your royal heritage." Now, to further clarify this, we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, as you better, the more you learn about yourself, the more you better understand what is, your genuine, like, wish fulfillment, what really lights your fire, what really makes you happy. And that is, going to connect you not only deeper to, like, not only are you going to connect deeper with yourself through doing things like that, connecting deeper through yourself will also connect you deeper to the universe, right? And you can find those little pleasures, even like going about your day. It will put you in a particular energy where you're confident enough to like face your fears and indulge in the things that you genuinely enjoy. And lastly, for what's working against you at this time, we have Release and Let Go. Interesting. The poem for this card reads, "Climbing a mountain one can gather many beautiful stones, but to fly you need to release them." The description of this card reads, "Now is the time to let go. Pull in the oars of ambition and let the river carry you downstream. Release all struggle and agenda, all trying. There is an old maxim that says, 'What is for ye will not pass by ye.' Have the boldness to believe this and let the waters of life carry you in its current, buoyant, free." Yeah, right off the bat, I get that you either have been or currently are having a difficulty letting go of people, places, things. And to further clarify that, here we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, this struggle to let go, to really just go with the flow has put you at a bit of a crossroads. And that's what's really, kept you stagnant in a sense. That's really what's kept you like in the same place, unable to really move forward, even though like in the beginning, your intuition is telling you like, this is the time to take action rather. And you're really just like sitting there, and the energy here of like not realizing what you're capable of because you're not giving yourself enough credit for what you have done. If you look back at what you have done, then you realize what you're truly capable of. That's just my personal opinion. Alright. Alright, there all that goes. Anyways, Aquarius. This is the message that I have for you tonight, or rather today. And I do hope it serves you well. Be gentle with yourself. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.